Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the longest living, most mysterious, and most influential civilizations in human history, ancient Egypt. From god kings and golden tombs to massive pyramids and lost libraries, Egypt's story stretches across thousands of years and shaped the world as we know it. So sit back, grab your favorite drink, and let's journey into the land of the Pharaohs. The story of Egypt starts with one thing: the Nile. While deserts scorched the land, the Nile flooded every year, leaving behind rich black soil. People settled along its banks, farming wheat and barley and building small villages. But around 3100 BCE, something revolutionary happened. A king, many believe him to be Narmer, also called Menes, unified Upper and Lower Egypt, forming the first nation-state in history. This was the beginning of the early dynastic period, and it set Egypt on a path toward greatness. Welcome to the Old Kingdom, Egypt's first golden age. This is when the Egyptians attempted something humanity had never seen before: building structures that touched the sky. We're talking about the Great Pyramids of Giza, built not by slaves but by skilled workers and farmers during the off-season. The star of the show, Pharaoh Khufu, builder of the Great Pyramid, the only surviving wonder of the ancient world. Imagine this: over 2 million stone blocks, each weighing up to 80 tons, perfectly aligned with the stars. No one can say the Egyptians didn't dream big. But after centuries of pyramid building, droughts and political struggles weakened the kingdom. Egypt fell into its first intermediate period, a time of chaos. Narrator: out of the chaos emerged a new line of rulers, beginning with Mentuhotep II, who reunified Egypt and created the Middle Kingdom. This era wasn't about giant pyramids, it was about art, literature, and engineering. Egyptians expanded into Nubia, traded across the Mediterranean, and built massive irrigation systems. But then came trouble from abroad. A mysterious group called the Hyksos invaded from the northeast. They brought something Egypt had never seen before: horses, chariots, and new weapons. They conquered northern Egypt, but the southern Egyptians learned fast, and they wanted their country back. The Egyptians fought back, and eventually Ahmose I drove out the Hyksos and founded the New Kingdom, the most powerful era in Egyptian history. This period is packed with legendary names. Hatshepsut, the woman who became pharaoh. She ruled peacefully, built magnificent temples, and expanded trade. Her reign was so successful that later rulers tried to erase her from history. Thutmose III, the Napoleon of Egypt. He created an empire stretching from Sudan to Syria. Akhenaten, the heretic king. He tried to force Egypt into worshipping a single god, the sun disk Aten. It was one of the most radical religious experiments in history. Tutankhamun, the boy king. He reversed his father's changes, but died young. His fame today comes not from his rule, but from the discovery of his nearly untouched tomb in 1922. Ramses II, the great builder. This guy built temples like he was collecting them. He led epic battles like Kadesh, signed the world's first peace treaty, and ruled for 66 years. But after centuries of glory, Egypt faced invasions, droughts, and internal problems. The empire began to fade. After the New Kingdom, Egypt entered another period of decline. Libyans, Nubians, Assyrians, everyone wanted a piece of Egypt. Pharaohs came and went, temples lost funding, the once mighty kingdom was becoming a shadow of its former self. Then, in 525 BCE, Persia conquered Egypt, but Egypt wasn't done yet. In 332 BCE, a young conqueror named Alexander the Great marched into Egypt. The Egyptians welcomed him as a liberator. After his death, his general Ptolemy took control and founded the Ptolemaic dynasty. This era blended Egyptian and Greek culture, giving us famous landmarks like the Library of Alexandria, the greatest center of knowledge in the ancient world. And of course, Cleopatra VII, not just a beauty, but a brilliant strategist and linguist who fought to keep Egypt independent. But after the defeat of her and Mark Antony by Rome, Egypt became a Roman province in 30 BCE. This marked the official end of ancient Egyptian rule, but not the end of Egypt's story. Today, ancient Egypt still captures our imagination more than almost any other civilization. Its achievements inspired modern architecture, mathematics, medicine, astronomy, writing systems, and even modern tourism. From the pyramids to the Rosetta Stone, Egypt's legacy is everywhere. And that, my friends, is the epic rise and fall of ancient Egypt, a civilization that lasted over 3,000 years. If you enjoyed this journey through time, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next adventure into the past. Let me know in the comments which Egyptian pharaoh fascinates you the most. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.